Today, we have two items, like I said. One is a application we'd like to submit to DCNR for some improvements to the Cornwall Trailhead along 419 in their 2012 Community Conservation Partnership Grant Program. That's our most heavily used trailhead, we found out, and a lot of times it's over capacity, as you might observe driving past there. We also feel it could be safer because currently the vehicles within the parking area, as they're exiting, use the same thoroughfare as the trail users. So you can potentially have some head-on cars leaving against trail traffic. The drawings are what Mark prepared that we'd like to submit to DCNR for adding additional parking and changing that traffic flow within the layout. We have some additional land that we already own that we can utilize on the east of the entrance. As you can see, the top page is what we envision, the second page is existing. So we're moving east of the entrance with some additional parking spaces. We anticipate this would cost about $150,000, which we would apply for a rec trails grant, a Pennsylvania Recreational Trails grant. It's an 80-20 program. We'd be responsible for finding 20% match locally. In the past, we've tried to do a partnership with the commissioners and LVRT to create that match. We've also reached out to Cornwall Borough to see if they can help. That is viewed by DCNR as a plus in your application when you show that you have strong partnerships between private and public support. So generally, what we'd be looking at is a $30,000 local match that we need to figure out how to raise. And that's the second part of our request, to see if the county could help us at all with that particular aspect of it.
And the timing of this is that you request it now, but it's probably only going to be decided in the fall,
Yeah.
but only spent in 2013. Is that
That's correct.
general?
That's a good time frame.
Because once you find out that you were successful, if you are, then there's another set of prerequisites that have to be completed to actually get in a grant contract with DCNR, and that takes a few months. So realistically, it'd be a 2013 construction project. And that's when we would need the actual funds.
If we, is that all right?
Sure.
If we approve to move forward with this project today, would that be an obligation from the county to come up with those monies, or?
Yeah, we'd have to complete the grant request, we'd have to have an obligation of some dollar amount.
You have to identify the match in the grant application.
That's right. Yeah,
So we would be pledging
pledging.
dollars today.
Presently have a line item in our budget that matches this?
No.
No.
This would be, Bill, if there's, well, for lack of a better option, because we have no general fund money for something like this, but perhaps the hotel tax, a piece of that would make, that's, to me, a fit, possibly. But that.
And I'm okay with that, but lately now, every time something comes up, we say, well, we'll
Yeah.
take that out of the
Only so
hotel
much of that,
tax.
yeah.
So it
No,
only
has to
goes so
fit.
far with
It has to
that.
fit
Yeah,
the spirit of that, but I don't know where else to look for it.
And do you keep the hotel tax, or does Sally? Sally, could we get an update, a report of where we stand with that hotel tax, so we have a better handle on what we're obligating,
What's
and
actually.
what is the total amount in a year?
In the year, we probably bring in about 120,
130,000
yeah,
in county share.
130,000.
130.
Now, there is money in that hotel tax. I have to pull out, since we changed it, I have to pull out what the liability is in that account, then we can come up with the balance of what's in it.
Here you're talking about 2013 though.
I know, but still, I
Which
want
makes it
to,
even more difficult for me, because I have no idea where we're going to be in 2013, except we may be in more difficult times than we are now, or it may be good times. I have no idea. But
Finish your thought.
no,
Sally had a question.
I just these are all valuable assets and certainly worthwhile activities that we want to continue. But I think at every level of government, we have to come to the realization that there's not unlimited source of funds, and we always have to, when we commit to things like that, we have to make sure we understand what we're committing to and how we're going to meet our commitments. So that's a concern to me.
And along the same lines, I couldn't support taking it out of, the general fund, but I can see the fit with the hotel tax, because that's to promote people coming to Lebanon, which we do attract a lot of people with that. That's a, pretty good enterprise for quality of life and tourism attraction and so on. So I see the fit there, but I would like to know where we are in the numbers. Is that a hard number? And just for clarification, were you folks, in terms of your participation, were you thinking 10 from you guys? So you're looking for 20 from us? Okay.
Okay, well, I'm glad for that clarification.
So would it be
Thank you.
easier to spread it out over multiple years? Because I don't know if it's, John, I think we could probably,
10 this year and 10 next.
yeah, right, exactly. To ease it so it's not hitting in 1 year.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a good
Is that-
split.
That's feasible, yeah.
Well,
that's-
please don't interpret my comments as
Oh, sorry.
being in opposition to the project. I think
No, I understand.
it's worthy.
I wish that, this is sort of backwards, because on the 28th, we're gonna have this document that was prepared by Rails to Trails Conservancy outlining the economic impact of the trail. And I can tell you, because I've seen the final draft, I'm gonna throw out a teaser here. There's two things in there that blew my mind. One was the dollars that this, going back into the local economy.
I believe that.
It's way more than I thought.
It's significant, I'm sure.
And the users are about, I always got asked, how many people do you think use a trail? And prior to this survey with the counters out there, I used sort of a back of the envelope calculation based on cars and parking and people I saw literally on the trail. I was about half in my estimates. It's like 130,000 users per year.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So we'll have that full report. It's gonna be a pretty big deal when we pull this out.
So if
in a
we
couple weeks.
approve the $20,000 expenditure from the hotel tax, $10,000 in what 2 years?
2012 and then 10 in 2013.
What would the expenditure be in 12, toward design, or what?
I think at this point, all we're really looking for is a letter of commitment that, and that 20,000, however they're spread over the years, it doesn't really,
Okay,
it's
we'll
less
work on it.
important. That's
That's what you do.
we just need to be able to put in our grant application that the county is
Yes.
committed to.
See, the county will be the actual grantee,
Right.
so it's more or less just an accounting in 1 year versus the other, because you'll be paying the bills
Right.
for the contractor.
After that discussion, I'm comfortable with making a motion that we proceed.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Do we have a question, John?
I withdraw.
So noted. Okay.